Hello, shooters, loaders, and casters. Welcome to JH586. I'm Jamie, and if you've been following along on the 308 thing, our last video we talked about sizing our cases, so the next progression would be to trim. Now, I've done a video on trimming before, and I'll try to remember to put a link to that video down in the description. But some of you may be beginning reloaders, some of you are on a budget. Give me a minute, I got some stuff set up on the bench and we'll take a look and see some of our options. Okay, to start, I think you got to start with the least stuff. You buy these case length gauge and shell holders, and you also buy the cutter, and the stud comes in one package like that. The drawback to this is you have to load this thing every single time, but you get good at it. And then, of course, you just stick this in there and it stops automatically. You just need to make sure you get it in the flash hole. This works really well. And if it's trimming your brass too long, even after you've trimmed it, it's not to the minimum, you can take a stone and get this a little shorter. Okay, let's move to the next one. Hornady Camlock case trimmer, and you take and change this pilot right here for different size cases. And then you have to, the drawback to this is you have to use the Hornady case holders, and they're as good as anybody's. So, but it's an added expense, and it comes with a kit of mandrels with I think 6 or 8 of them, but you can buy more and for specific cartridges. So basically, once you have it set up, you can adjust your length using these two, using this conglomeration, and you just stick it in here. Tip on this, get your mandrel in the case mouth before you tighten this up, and then you just turn it till you get it all off of there, and then you slide this out and take your case out, and then you chamfer and deburr. Excuse me, chamfer. Okay, Rabbit, I tried to say it right. I got a whole video on this, so we'll put that description. Then we'll look at a Wilson, okay? One second. What you're looking at there is the Wilson, L.E. Wilson. How it works is you have to have a case holder. You would adjust it with a screwdriver or your finger here, and then you take the case holder and put your case in there. And like I said, this one is for 44 special, but it actually sticks out enough that I can use it. And you would put it like that, and you can adjust it, like I said, there. And then this thing will hold your case holder, and then as you're holding that, you can turn it. But these lathe style trimmers are very popular. They're accurate and they work really well. Okay, this is our this is the Lee. I think it's 8x32 thread cutter, and then you would just take your case length gauge out of one of these packs and screw it down in here. All right, this 8x32 thread comes out, so it makes it easier to get on and off of your machine. But these Lyman Case Trim Express machines are pretty awesome. I don't know how I lived without it. And then you take your lock stud that goes with your cutter, and basically this piece is one of these with a hole drilled and tapped in the bottom of it. So basically that's the function of it. Then you would just take your screwdriver and put your lock stud in there. Then you'd take your case and slide it in there, tighten this up so that it's going to hold it. There we go. There you go. And you'll feel it when it stops trimming, because brass will quit flying everywhere. There you go. And then you would, and then deburr, and then run it down on the brush. See if we can do one more of these. Really, the only bad part about this is unscrewing and screwing that lock ring. That one took off a bunch. And then we chamfer and deburr. This is the thing, when you hear it start squeaking like that, it's done. Like that. And be careful, don't press on these or leave it in there. You'll get a razor's edge on your case mouth, and we don't need that. There's other options. There's a ton of options for trimming brass. You saw just 2 examples of the lathe style things. You've seen the very basic and the Lee stuff, and it works great and very inexpensive. And then the Lyman Case Prep Center, but of course Frankfurt Arsenal offers a unit like that that's got their case trimmer already installed, and it's not cheap, but if you're doing enough, you can certainly justify it. Then you can buy their version of a universal precision trimmer, I think is what they call it, and I'll throw in a picture of that here. Other options out there for it, like the world's finest trimmer. I'm sure you guys have, some of you guys have those. There's one out there called the world's cheapest trimmer. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, the point of our series is we want everything to be repeatable and consistent. The consistency leads to accuracy. We're not trying to show you how to reload. We're trying to help you make choices as to the steps of how you want to go about doing it if you've decided you're going to do it. Not so much on procedures as much as it is your options as what you have out there available to you. And how much you spend doing it is totally up to you and your budget. And the point is, you don't have to spend a ton of money to make really consistent and accurate ammunition, if that's what you've decided you want to do. Next time we get together, we're going to talk about measuring your powder charges. I'm trying to keep these as short as possible, but I'm not doing well with that at all. Anyway, check us out Friday nights at 8 o'clock on the Georgia Shooting Connection channel. I'll put the link down below. May the Lord bless you all real good. We'll see you Friday night at 8 o'clock, if not before. Bye.